Today we're going to talk about revising using our mentor text strategies. Here's a story Miss Van Leeshout shared with us. When I was in high school, I remember going to watch the Badger women's tennis team play in Madison. I had played tennis my whole life and knew that I could learn from the Badger women in the way they play, so my dad and I took a trip to Madison. While watching, I made mental notes of the ways certain players played and paid close attention to certain parts of their game that I wanted to try in my own tennis game. Watching top college players or professionals made me a better tennis player. This is the same thing we do as writers. We spent time on Friday using a literary essay as a mentor text and looking for strategies the writer used in the essay to help prove his or her point. Today I want to teach you that we can use mentor text strategies to revise our own lit essays in order to ramp up the quality of our lit essays. So here are the steps that I take. Watch how I read over a paragraph in my lit essay draft. Look at my notebook for mentor text strategies I could try out in my own writing. Pick a strategy and revise part of the paragraph using the strategy. I highlight the revisions in yellow so it is clear that I use mentor text strategies to revise my writing. And I do this multiple times. Pick several strategies or maybe even use the same strategy more than once throughout my essay. Alright, so I went back into my notebook and I looked at the list of different strategies that we came up with on Friday, and I looked at my paragraph and read it over, and I decided that I needed more transitional phrases to help the essay flow. I needed to use specific events, pivotal moments from the book to support my thesis of the essay, and then I needed to tie that evidence to the thesis by using a strong concluding sentence at the end of the paragraph, where I would restate my thesis idea in a different way. Let's take a look at my writing. So again, first I read my writing the way it was. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins is capturing the attention of readers across the United States. Katniss Everdeen, the main character of the book, is a teenager from a poverty-stricken district controlled by the Capitol. Katniss enters the Hunger Game as a representative of District 12. She has to fight to the death against other children in order to survive. While in the games, Katniss proves that she has what it takes to persevere through the toughest times and challenges. Author Suzanne Collins teaches readers that brave people like Katniss make sacrifices to help those in danger. So there's my thesis. So my first paragraph I've written, Collins begins the story with a strong pivotal moment when Katniss volunteers to take her sister's spot in the Hunger Games. Katniss knows that her younger sister Prim has little chance to survive in the arena. Her sister does not have the skill set or experience necessary to get out alive. Knowing that when Prim's name is drawn, Katniss steps in to volunteer to take a spot in the arena. When she raises her hand to volunteer, Katniss shows that she's not thinking about herself and what consequences she may face by taking Prim's spot. However, Katniss is, and then I kind of just stopped there because I wasn't quite sure what to do. So after looking over those strategies, I came back and I thought, well, I have a good pivotal moment here that supports my thesis, talking about Katniss taking over her sister's spot. I could rephrase down here very simply to say, when she raises her hand to volunteer, this shows that that's the kind of language we want to use. And this provides us our evidence for our support. You want to use language like this. This shows that Katniss is not thinking about herself and what consequences she may face by taking Prim's spot. Also then at the end now, I'm going to restate my thesis. She knows that she needs to put on a brave face and sacrifice her own life in order to keep her sisters, Prim, out of harm's way. And down here is I went on then to write the paragraph about how it pertains to life. You can come back and read that later if you'd like. So, now it's your turn to try this work. Open your notebook to the chart you made on Friday. By now you've written 2 drafts. Choose a draft that you like the best and try 3 or 4 mentor text strategies from the chart to revise your writing. Remember to do them in yellow. Off you go to do good work.